Hello and welcome back to another battle report. We are doing a 1,500 point match, Tau Empire versus Necrons. We're doing a little prep for an up-and-coming tournament. The way this tournament works out is we will be using Maelstrom cards, or a Maelstrom type mission with tactical objectives. For whoever scores the most points off of the tactical objectives scores 10 points. Then for every 100 points of the enemy's army destroyed, you gain 1 point, and the winner of that objective gets 6 points. And then we have picked 4 other objectives, secondary objectives, from a list I got offline for the Nova Open. And you get 1 point each for those, for a total of 20 points for the match. And we will be back in a moment with armies on parade, and then we will show you all the battlefield, and we will see how bad this is going to go for the Tau today. Alrighty, and for the Tau army, we have our Warlord. We're using the Cadre Fireblade. He has the signature system of the Purtide Engram Neurochip and the Warlord trait through Unity Devastation. Might change that in a minute. I have to think about that for a second. Backing him up is Shadow Sun with her twin fusion cannons and her 2 drones. We have 3 10-man fire warrior squads, all with pulse rifles. We have a 10-man Vespid squad. Backing them up in our vanguard is a Cold Star commander with 3 fusion cannons and the support system of the vector thrust engines. Maybe kind of interesting to move him around a little after he shoots. We have 6-man stealth suit team with burst cannons and ATS. 3 crisis suits with 5 shield drones. Now they are armed with cyclic ion rifles, but I'm kind of testing out something, and they're actually armed with 3 fusion cannons, and one of them has the iridium suit upgrade. And of course, 1 Riptide with burst cannon, smart missiles. I think I have him outfitted with ATS and target lock, but I'll have to check and make sure. It may be velocity tracker and target lock. I'll have to check and make sure. We'll be back in a second, though, to show you the Necrons and what they're bringing. Alrighty, for the Necrons, we are starting out with...
I'll start off with my Overlord. He does have a War Scythe, which is also actually going to be the relic, the Blood Scythe, for the Novak Dynasty. This Cryptek does have the Canoptic Cloak instead of the Chronometron.
Cool.
So it actually gives him, I believe, a 12-inch fly. And also within 3 inches of this Cryptek, anybody with living metal actually heals D3 instead of 1.
Cool.
This I am actually using as a Cryptek because I managed to get the 1 primer that I intended to have done today, and other things just got in the way, and I couldn't finish him. So he's not even put together right now. But this one actually has the Chronometron, which allows the 5-up invulnerable.
Okay.
Within 3 inches.
Alrighty.
For my troops, of course, all the warriors, 3 12-man units, obviously with Gauss Flares because that's the only thing they can have. Next in line are the Lich Guard with the Hyperphase shields or Hyperphase swords and Dispersion shields. And then the Death Marks with the Synaptic Disintegrators. They don't really have any other options either, so that's what they got. 9 Scarabs. They're all as 1 unit. I'm not going to leave them separated, so they're all as 1 unit. Nothing special because they don't have any options either. My Wraiths, they do have the translocator beams, or transdimensional beamers, which I believe I am actually missing 1 off here, and I'm actually missing 1 of the connection posts too. So, even though it's not on the model, the other 2 do have it.
Yeah.
So
he had a transport accident.
Yeah, they didn't transport very well to the convention I went to. And then here, Tomb Blades with 2 Tesla carbines, the Nebula Scope, And they also have evasion engrams, which basically make them hard to hit, -1 to hit.
Cool.
And then my Canoptic Spider. Now he does actually have the Gloom Prism, even though it's kind of useless against Tau, considering he has no Psychers. And I do actually have the Fabricator Claw Array. I just have no vehicles at the moment.
Okay.
But and then I don't remember what those beamers are called. Oh, particle beamers. Okay. And these are both 2 particle beamers. It does not list them as twins, so I assume I can split my fire on them.
Yeah, let's just list this one.
It's just twin ones that have to fire at the same place.
And this is our Necrons.
Yep. Pretty simple.
For this battle. We'll be back in a second to show you all the battlefield. And this is going to be brutal. Okay, so we kind of just went ahead and did deployments just to speed things up a little bit. We're starting off with the Tau on this side of the battlefield, and the Necrons are on that side of the battlefield. Tau won the roll, or you should say Necrons won the roll. They got to pick deployment zones, and Tau got to set up first. So right now Tau's going first unless Necron sees. Shadow Sun and the stealth suits have set up in that building right there, with, I think that's objective marker 1 on the other side of that wall there. These guys are sitting on objective 2 with the commander and 1 squad of fire warriors. We have 2 squads of fire warriors and the cadre fireblades sitting right up inside that building right there. The Vespids have taken up right there, and the Riptide is sitting in that building right there. And we are using I2C rules where first level ruins are terrain blocking, line of sight blocking, so you can't shoot at all these guys. Nice thing to know, unless you ignore line of sight. We have the Tomb Blades, the Cryptek,
yeah,
and a squad of Necron Warriors in there. I don't think there's an objective marker in there. We have the Spider, the Canoptic Wraiths, and the Scarabs sitting on objective 6 right here. Over here we have a squad of Warriors, the Overlord, and 5 Lich Guard sitting around that building right there. And then we have a squad of Warriors, the Cryptek, sitting on objective 3 by the look of it. Yes, objective 3 right there. 4's right there. And
5's right on the other side.
5's right on the other side of that wall right there. That is all of our objectives. We'll then, and the Death Marks and the Crisis Suits are both in reserve for this turn. So, sir, are you going to attempt to seize?
No.
No? You can let me go first?
Yep.
Sure?
Yeah.
Sure you don't want to seize?
Yeah.
Okay.
It may be a mistake, but I'm sure I do not.
And I did not say this a minute ago. We didn't say this a minute ago. But for clarification's sake, I have chosen the 4 things of Line Breaker, Slay the Warlord. I made a mistake. I picked Cull the Hordes. I have to kill 60 models. But given how the Necrons have a tendency to reanimate and come back, I might be able to pull that off. And Marked for Death. I had to pick 1 thing in his army to kill, and I picked the Spider over there. You have picked.
I've picked First Strike, Strike Rank and File, which was to destroy all your troops.
Yes.
And then Marked for Death, your stealth team. And then also Moment of Bloodshed, which is destroy 3 units in 1 turn.
Interesting choices. I have a funny feeling that that is why all of that stuff is over there, so that I can go chase my stealth suits. The question is, will the stealth suits hang around long enough for them to go do it?
Maybe not.
We will find out in a moment. Alright, Tau are going to begin their movement phase, and we will be back in a moment to see how this goes. Alrighty, so for the movement phase, the Riptide moved up to there. The Vespids advanced up into that center building right there. Fire Warriors have all moved up to there. Those Fire Warriors moved up a little bit. It is a reason for that. And these guys all poured out of the building so they could shoot that way into that stuff right there. So, we're going to start off the shooting phase. We're doing something a little different. We did it last game. We're not going to show the box. We're just going to show what's going on. The Riptide is putting his smart missiles into that group of warriors because they doesn't need line of sight. And he can draw a line of sight around that back corner to that Lich Guard. So he's getting the burst cannon of doom. So,
command point for field amplification. My roll becomes a 3 up. And any 6s I roll to save, return a mortal wound back to you.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Alright. And that's because they have an invul to start with?
They have a 4 up to start with.
Okay.
It improves to 3 up, and any 6s to save, again, do a mortal wound back to you.
Okay, I didn't get a command point. Alright, here we go. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't roll for my reactor either. Okay, no, didn't get that either. Alright, here we go.
Do you feel no pain to save for the mortal wound?
No, but because I used a stratagem, I get it.
Yeah, I know that part.
No feel, no pain. No ethereal on the battlefield this time.
Okay. I kept forgetting why you had it.
We were hitting on 4s. Strength 6, toughness
5.
3 up. Eight saves.
Okay. Come on, all 6s. Let's grade you down to half right off the bat. No, but I did get 3. 2 went through.
2 dead. 2 damage apiece.
Yeah. But you took 3 mortal wounds.
Alright. You have to make 4 saves on your warriors. No cover.
Okay. Regular save.
Regular save. No ATS for the minus.
Okay. 2 gone.
Alright. So for giggles and grins, Spider's not a character, correct?
No.
Okay. Commander into the Spider.
Of course.
He'll be hitting on 2s. Because he did not have to advance to get to where he was. All 3 hit.
Okay.
Strength 8, toughness 3s. 2 at -4. Invul? No?
Nope.
4.
Okay.
He got munched a little bit. And he gets to move 6 inches because of his thing, which is going to put him in the building. Alright, really quick roll here. Shadow Sun is now going to shoot at the spider.
No.
Why? Did I?
So I had 4 wounds apparently.
Oh,
I thought he had 6.
Oh, he's dead.
Or otherwise I'd put him inside the... Inside. Nope, he only had 4.
I guess Shadow Sun is going to put 2 shots if she's got range into that big ugly wraith. She does not. Well, that's annoying. Fine. Be that way.
I didn't want to be that way. I wanted that spider to live.
Okay. We'll be back in a minute after the rest of the shooting phase and I figure out what I'm going to do now because my plans got changed. Okay, so at the end of the shooting phase, we killed 2 of the Lich Guard, 2 of the warriors. We took out the spider, giving us our marked for target.
Mark for death.
Mark for death target. We took out 4 of the spiders, or the scarabs, and we had line of sight on them tomb blades hiding behind the building, so the fire warriors managed to do 1 wound to 1 of those. We scored our marked for death target. We scored, let's see if I can get this to not area denial and advance. We had nothing inside our deployment zone, and he had no models within 12 inches of the center of the battlefield. And that one gave us 3 points. So, that's a pretty good first turn. We're now going to Necrons Movement for turn 1.
So we have 5 victory points.
What?
I said you currently have 5 victory points.
I don't have any victory points at the moment. I have 1.
You get the mark for death and you get 4 objective points.
Yeah, 4 objective points. That is, the total of that gives me 10 points. If I get more points than you.
I'll still list it as victory points on the objective mark.
Okay, so here we go. We're getting ready to go. And Necrons get to move, and we're going to see how badly they tear me up this turn. And we'll be right back. Alright, so for the movement phase, everybody piled out, except for those guys. Those Necrons stayed in the building. I don't know why. Lich Guard and the Overlord came around the corner. Those guys piled out of that building right there. And everybody, that is everybody, is come over to this corner to have a party. So, for the shooting phase, who will you be starting with?
Let's get the little ones out of the way.
Do the little ones first. Okay, so all those guys are about to shoot that Riptide right there, I take a feeling.
Yeah.
I have the feeling. So, let's see.
9 of them.
9 of them.
And they are within rapid fire.
And they are within rapid fire.
So, 18 shots.
18 shots. Alright. He is coming around to the dice box of doom. Here we go.
Let's see.
Standard ballistic, 5s.
Yep. 3s.
3s and 5s?
Hitting on 3 and 4s on 5, yeah. Not close enough for roll 1s.
Still not bad.
Not bad. Still 12 hits.
Still need to make it over amount of 5s.
Yeah. That was not an exorbitant amount. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minus 1.
3 up and 1 goes through.
You know, I'm not completely upset about that.
We'll let it go through.
I'm not that happy, but not upset.
We'll save our re-roll for later. I have a feeling that much annoyance is coming towards my left side of the battlefield.
Cryptic Staff of Light.
How was the range? Didn't think that had a very long range.
18 inch.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Or no, 12 inch. I'm sorry.
Might not have.
Right there, right in the middle of them.
Oh, I was thinking you're over
the ground Cryptic.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I lost him in the sea of gray over there.
2 hits. Still looking for 5s and dice. Alright, both wounded, minus 3.
Saved.
Okay, yeah, 3 up and roll.
3 up and roll, 2 up armor, saved out of the way.
Oh, minus 3 would be 5 up armor.
I rolled 2 5s.
Oh, yeah. So that would have actually saved.
Either way, 3 up and roll 5 up 2 up armor, I would have saved either way.
Okay.
Okay, so what's next?
3 minutes.
Go that way.
Okay, so let's go with the transdimensional beamers.
Those are on the bellies of the big things?
The bellies of the wraiths, yes.
And they're going against the stealth suits?
Yep.
Dun dun dun. The battle
Pretty much everything over there is going to be all over the stealth suits.
All over the stealth suits.
Well, it's going to start that way.
It's going to start that
Hopefully I can get rid of the stealth suits and I can actually throw something into shadow.
Maybe. We'll see.
That's my hope.
I don't think so. I think the stealth suits are going to be victorious. They are notoriously hard to kill.
Okay, so heavy D3.
Heavy D3. 3 of them. Just in case. You don't need just in case. Just in case isn't going to happen.
1, 2, and 2. So 5 shots. Hitting on 4s, I believe.
Base 3?
Yeah, I think so. That's a down 4. Yeah, base of 3. So 4s.
2.
Strength 4. So 4s. Minus
1.
three.
Minus 3?
Yep.
So it'll be minus 2 because they're in cover.
Yeah, minus 3.
2 is not going to save it.
Okay, whatever.
Alright. Alright, with that, we're going to be back in a minute after the rest of the shooting phase, and we'll see how this goes. Okay, so at the end of the shooting phase, we lost 3 stealth suits and 1 is wounded. And we took 1 wound on the Riptide over there. Are you declaring any charges?
Scarabs into your Vespids.
Okay.
The Wraiths are going to multi-charge Shadow Sun and the stealth team. And the Tomb Blades are just the stealth team. And the Warriors just the stealth team. We'll go with the Wraiths first. Multi-charge.
Okay. Who do you want to do first?
Let's go with the Scarabs.
That's an interesting question I just got.
Can't shoot.
Can't shoot because of line of sight blocking.
That will make it from that one guy through the door. Okay, so they're in. Okay, so then let's go with the Wraiths.
We have a charge. Wraiths on everything. And 2. Alright, so the purple one's a Shadow Sun. Because the Wraiths did everything, right?
Except for the commander.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. 1 more. I think I just did 3. Yeah, 4. 4. Alright, hitting on 5s. Of course, Shadow Sun missed. Might try and command point 1 of those. Might as well. It's a miss. I get my point back? I do not. Where's the 6 gone? Alright, so they're touching us 5, right?
Yep.
Just 1 wound.
3
Minus 1.
Good.
Okay.
Okay. Tomb Blades. I made theirs. Warriors. They'll make theirs.
I don't think you're going to be able to get all that in there.
No. Cryptek. Oh, he actually doesn't even make it. It's okay though. But 4 inches will get him over here. And we'll move to the other side. Post. And 3 inches, we'll bring him over here. Over here. Tomb Blades. Tomb Blades actually can bring it. They've got the nebula scope. Ignore cover. Oh well. I'll remember that next time.
You gotta tell me the rules. They're new, I don't know.
I know, and I forgot them too. I was just remembering that it was a Tesla, so every hit counts as 3. They gets them. 8 gets them. Basically, I'll get 4.
Okay, we'll be back in a minute and see how this slaughter of my stealth suits goes. Alright, so at the end of the melee phase, the stealth suits are gone, the drones are gone, and Shadow Sun has got 3 wounds left. That was pretty bad. And we lost 1 Vespid to the, they blew themselves, 1 squad blew themselves up and they did 1 mortal wound. And killed a Vespid, but they did nothing in melee. And that's going to end that turn. And we will be back in a moment after Tau movement for turn 2. Oh, what'd you score, if anything?
I did score no prisoners, destroying somebody in my turn.
Okay.
So I got 1 for my tactical objectives, and then the 2 secondary objectives. First strike and mark for death on the stealth team.
Alright. We shall be back in a moment and see how this is going to go. Okay, so for the movement phase, the Riptide has stayed stationary. I was able to finagle the Vespids around to pull them back out of combat enough to where they're within outside an inch, and they will be shooting at the ankle biters in the room. The commander has jumped off over that way. Shadow Sun fell back over here. We used the repair stratagem to heal her up to full. And the Fire Warriors have all shuffled around to that corner of the building. And the cadre has declared through Unity Devastation on... I need to change that. No. Yeah, we're going to declare it on the Tomb Blades. Because really to declare it on those guys right there is like a waste. Because they have an impulse save. So that is the round. So for the shooting phase... Oh, wait a minute, I'm not done. I gotta bring in my crisis suits. Where are we gonna put the crisis suits, people? What do we think is a good place to put the crisis suits? They need a crisis to intervene on. Over here or over there. I think the bigger crisis is over there. So, if we do that, it's not really gonna make a difference. Over here, I think they're going to come in over here to help out the Riptide. The Riptide needs some help. We'll be back in a minute after I replace them, and then we'll start the shooting phase. Brought in my crisis suits, and then he did some shenanigans with his death marks and dropped them in right there. So now that's all taken care of. Going on to the shooting phase, we are going to start with the Riptide again. He is going to put his burst cannon into those guys right in front of him. And then he's going to put his smart missiles into the Lich Guard. Right there. No, wait a minute. We brought him in, let's use them first. We're going to use crisis suits first. They are going to put their fusion cannons into the Lich Guard. Are you going to do your shenanigans?
Let me see how much it cost me last time. I have 3 right now. I'll still leave me 1. No, I won't. I just got a straight up 4. 4 and roll.
I need to roll 2 dice because I forgot to roll when I did mine. Okay, didn't do that. For the reactor and the healing on Shadow Sun. Alright, so fusion cannons into your Lich Guard. Not great. Only 2. Strength 8, toughness
5.
1 wound at -4. My crisis suits have whiffed on the first turn.
Alright, 4 up and hole.
We got it. They completely blew it on the first turn.
They did not happen to help the Riptide at all.
No. Like I said, burst cannon into... Yeah, we're going to put the burst cannon into that unit around the, whatchamacallit?
Around the cryptech.
Around the cryptech, and we're going to put the missiles into the death mark.
Okay.
Hitting on 4s.
Ouch.
I think this is about to turn into one of those days. My dice just said 3s. Six at -1.
Alright, 5 up.
Alright.
Three. So 3 dead.
Yeah. Yeah, my dice just took a dump. Nothing on the missiles.
Keep track of 3 more dead.
Just ones. Hopefully that's about. I don't even know if that's about to change the way these dice are rolling. Alright, how many are in there?
9.
No, 8, because one's outside.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Alright, hitting on 4s.
Running on 3?
That's check 5. Well, they showed up. A little bit, anyway. 4s. Yeah. Check 5 is 3s. 6 at -2. That's their big thing. Okay,
The bases are down.
what do I want to kill really badly? Need those wraiths to die. Okay, Commander's going to put 3 shots into the Tomb Blades. He'll be hitting on 3s. Okay. These are your -1. All 3 hit. Strength 8, so 3s.
Toughness 5? Yeah, so 3. 1?
Yeah, point. 2. -4.
Okay, 1's dead, roll 1.
Huh?
Both of them go through, but one's already got 1 wound, so he's dead. Guaranteed.
1.
And now the other one's wounded.
Yeah. Okay, we'll be back in a minute after the rest of the shooting phase, because my shooting phase is going terrible right now. Okay, so as you saw, this over here was just abysmal. I mean, it was terrible. There's no point to even talk about this side over here. You saw it already. Over here, we did a little better. We took out the Tomb Blades, and there's only 1 Canoptic Wraith left. And we hit the, I killed how many of the ankle biters? 2 or 3?
3.
Three of the scarabs inside the building. So that's not that bad. We scored Scour the Skies and Secure Objective 6. Because the commander is sitting on Objective 6, and we killed the Tomb Blades for Scour the Skies. And we will be back in a moment for Necrons Movement for turn 2. Okay, so over here, everybody just kind of moved up. He did something to give those guys over there something. What'd you do?
His My Will Be Done, or Will of Command, they have +1 to advance, charge, and to hit.
Okay.
And it does not specify just the shooting, so there's +1 to hit and all.
Alright. The Wraith is still running after Shadow Sun. Everybody else kind of shuffled around the corner there. He used the stratagem to bring back 2 ankle biters, or scarabs. Now, for the shooting phase. Who shall fire first?
Let's see. Starting with scarabs, they're going to ankle bite, and, you know, just kind of spit at the Vespid.
Okay.
And wait until those attack phase.
Bugs are spitting at each other, we got that.
We got 10 here. They're all in rapid fire range of the Riptide, just because I want to see if I can at least degrading. Which, actually, he is degraded now after the reactor, isn't he?
One more.
Okay. Well, let's see if I can at least
start 14, so he degrades at 7.
Yeah, I thought he did.
He's at 8 right now.
Oh, okay. Never mind. So, 12, I got 10 shooting, so 16, 20 shots.
Okay.
All hitting on 3.
Hitting on 3s. Hitting on 5s.
Not horrible.
That's pretty damn good there, son.
Yeah. I thought I saw some more twos than that. Alright, so not bad. 16 actual hits. Now let's see how many of those converts into 5s and converts into actual wounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All at -1, so you're 3 up in roll?
Yep.
Okay. That means I could get that one more if I quit dropping dice. Yeah.
No.
Alright.
We're going to be annoying.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Do I get my command point back? Nope, down to 2.
Okay. Staff of Light. From the Cryptek.
Okay.
1 hit. It is a wound at -3, so.
I was saying.
Okay. Alright. 5 death marks. Actually, no, let's go with the warriors first. I believe they are also all within rapid fire. And all 12 of them I got just out of the building. So 6, 9, 12,
Who's shooting at?
16. The crisis suits.
Oh, yeah. Rapid fire for days.
Okay. And they are at my +1, so they are 2 to hit. 5 to 1. Really good. 22 hits. Would have only been, still would have been 20 even without the bonus. Because I only had 2 2s. Alright, so 22 hits. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 at -1.
Let's start with the one with the wounds on it, so it'll be 3 ups for that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it goes through. It's got 1 wound left. Six, 7, 8, 2 more.
Oh. That's what, 4 up? We're off on the drone.
No, I'm holding off on that.
Okay.
But, yeah, let's just go 4 up. Okay, so 1 wound. So that one's now wounded. That one's dead.
Now, 5
Okay, and we're going to be back in a minute after the rest of the shooting phase. Okay, so at the end of the shooting phase, we lost 1 crisis suit and 1 suit is wounded over there. We lost 3 fire warriors from this unit over here, and Shadow Sun took a wound. Are you declaring any charges?
Wraith on Shadow Sun.
Okay.
Scarabs on Vespids.
Okay.
I think that's all I'll do right now.
Okie dokie. So, this is cool. This will work. Shadow Sun. She'll for greater good the 2 guys behind her just for grins and giggles. So her 2 shots hitting on 5s. nothing, 2 4s. And then 4 shots, because those 2 guys up above can draw line of sight. 2 hits.
75.
No ones. Vestige, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
You made his charge.
8.
You know, shadow side.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now these do not get a set. So they are overlapping on 6s. And we got 1 6. Does one. -2, 1 damage.
Base is hurt.
Base is hurt.
Definitely make the charge since I was only like 1.5 inches away.
Where'd it go? Ah! I'm down to 2. Okay. Charges are done. Neener in.
Yep, he definitely made it, and they definitely made it.
Okay, so this is where the action is going to happen. Right there, Shadow Sun facing off against Big Ugly Thing.
Right.
God, she needs fusion blades. Why can't they give her fusion blades? She needs to go steal them from Farsight.
Alright, 3 attacks, Vicious Claws.
Alright.
2
1
hits.
hit. -1. Shadow Sun, -1. 1 hit.
Okay. Wound. -2.
That is not safe.
2 damage.
Huh?
2 damage.
Just 2 damage?
Yep.
She's gonna live. Alright, let it go through.
Straight 2.
Straight 2. Where's my 2? Oh, there it is. She's down to 4, now she's down to 2. So is that. Okay. Ankle biters. These scarabs of doom. For those that want to see, the scarabs have charged.
It's because of the wind.
The wind is blowing.
Okay, so
Scarabs are attacking the Vespids.
4 bases. 16 attacks. Hitting on 4, wounding on 5. And since they did charge again, rerolling everything.
Got that on him.
Yes, I don't know.
Technically, you've only rerolled 1. Because the other one was a hit, but missed because of the stealth.
Okay. Alright, so. Quite a few hits.
Quite a few hits.
Three.
3,
2
4.
6s and a 5.
Go! 2 more die.
I'm plinking them.
You're flanking them. That's true. Okay. Is that it, sir?
I believe so.
That is it for what have you scored?
Your attack's back.
Oh, that's right. I have attacks back.
I think you attacked with Shadow Sun, didn't you?
No, not yet. Getting on 4. Going on 5s. Nothing. 1.
You have 7 left.
7, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 2. Hitting on 4s. Vespid are a little bit, still not right. Only got 1. It will wound.
No.
Normal save.
No. One, I got 2 wounds on 1 base now.
Alright, so that is it for round 2. You have scored, sir.
Secure objective 3.
Okay.
So I put them back in there when they reanimated.
Oh.
So I did get a
And I
point.
am going to get defend objective 2
Okay.
at the end of your turn. I have held it for 2 consecutive turns.
So that's actually, you're up to 7 objective points.
Yeah, but I kind of think you're slaughtering me on kill points. And I got a long way to go on kill stuff points. Okay, we'll be back in a minute after Tau movement for turn 3. Okay, so at the end of the movement phase, the Riptide stayed still. It used branch reactors. I got my command point back. And then I decided to not nerf him down to hitting on 5s this particular turn. And gave him the stimulant injector to up his combat ability. Back up to full for this last hurrah for the Riptide. Oh, because I don't think he's going to live through this. Alright, Crisis Suits jumped back into cover so that they're covered up really good. Vespids fell back out along the side of the building there. They're going to do some shooting. The Cadre Fireblade has chosen those Necrons over there, the Necron Warriors, for his through Unity Devastation, and Shadow Sun has fallen back out of combat over here. For the shooting phase, we're going to start with the Crisis Suits. One last chance for them to do something. They are firing at the Lich Guard. Hopefully, they will actually do something this round. Hitting on 4s. Two hits. 2 wounds. 4 of invulns. He's going to save both of them probably. 1. 4 damage.
Oh yeah, he's
toasted. 3 left.
Take them all off here in a sec. I don't see where that one went.
Alright, we are putting the burst cannon off the Riptide into the Lich Guard. The Lich Guard needs to die. Actually, let's wait a second. Let's do something a little different. I'm not about to use my Riptide, but that's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, Vespids on the Lich Guard. Hitting on 4s. Vespid are happy they get to shoot something for a change. Strength 5, toughness 5.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6 at -2.
4 up and 4. Do 1 damage each?
Let's see how many I can take out.
2.5. 1 guy's left with 1.
Really? That's just disgusting. So the question is, do I really want to kill that one guy? Really do.
Smart missiles might do it. You only
Hit
do
on
1
4s.
wound.
Yeah. Knowing my luck, 1 would wound and you roll 4.
Would have wasted 18 shots of a burst cannon.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. It would pretty much guarantee I'd just take him off the board.
I've got a backup plan. It's not great, but it'll work. Alright, we're going to do... Oh, that's not all of that. Yeah, it was 18 shots. 18 shots into... we're going to put 18 shots from the burst cannons into... them.
Yeah.
Smart missiles into the one guy left. No. Strength 6, 3 to wound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at -1.
And that's the Warriors?
Yeah.
Alright, 5 up.
3, 4, 4.
1, so 6 are down.
9. One wound.
Command.
I knew you were going to.
Just see if I can make him ultra annoying. Yeah, good.
Okay.
So one guy left with 1 wound. Actually, no. Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay, we'll be back in a few minutes after the rest of the shooting phase. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna pull this off now. Okay, so I should have went with my instincts and I didn't, and the Lich Guard survived the onslaught. Everything I could possibly throw at it. And it lived, so we didn't get to kill the Warlord. We didn't get to try to kill the Warlord. But we did take out the Lich Guard. We took out a fair number of the warriors over there. We took out the Wraith. And a good number of those guys over there. They're probably most of them going to come back. But that's okay. We need them to come back so we can kill them again and get more points. Because we're sitting at 36 dead. Unless I've miscounted somewhere. And I might have. We'll have to come back and check that later. But I think I'm at 36 dead. And still counting. The kill count is climbing. So we shall be back in a moment after Necron Movement for turn 3 and see how this is going to go. I scored mission critical objective on objective 6 because I was holding it at the beginning of the turn. And I scored behind enemy lines because my commander, at least alive for a few minutes, is in the enemy deployment zone. So we are sitting at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're sitting at 9 objective points so far. So we're doing good. But, oh, this is going to be ugly. We're going to have to see if we can get something done here, because I think we're getting behind on bonus objectives. Back in a minute. I forgot to do something at my shooting phase, and my opponent was nice enough to let me do it later. My commander got to move 6 inches after he shot, so he jumped in the building over there. Everybody's kind of huddled around the commander, their warlord over there. I don't know why. They're just trying to save his life for some reason. Those Necrons moved that way a little bit, and everybody's coming this way. I really was surprised. I thought they'd go after Shadow Sun, but they're coming this way. So, sir, who is shooting first? Where will the carnage begin?
Let me start with
over here.
Let me start with the death marks on the Riptide.
Death marks on the Riptide.
Yep. Here
we go.
Hitting on 3, wounding on 5, 6s are mortal.
Yes, we know. That's why I put those drones over there.
Yeah. Well, the hits, I just wish those were wounds too. Alright, 1 mortal and 2 regulars.
Alright, so you put the mortal off on a drone. Does the drone live? It does not. And then 2 regulars?
Yep.
Oh, we roll a 1. So he takes a 1.
Alright. which drone?
Take that one, because it got to be within 3. Next.
Alright, so that's a Death Box. He can't shoot. Staff of Light from the Cryptek on the Riptide. All 3 hit. 1 wound at -2.
That is a save.
Okay. Alright. And now 12 warriors. All on the Riptide.
You just don't like my Riptide.
I want to see if I can degrade him down again.
I'm not worried about it. He won't shoot any worse than he is now. He doesn't go below 5.
Huh. Yeah, I'm within 12 with him, though. Unless I take out your drones. I'll go for the Riptide. Because there's 18 cannons there that are all nasty.
Hold on, let me make sure I'm not blind here. No, he doesn't go worse than a 5.
Okay. So hitting on 2s.
Alright.
So just take out the ones. 22 hits. Wounding on 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, 6 at -1. So
Next 3 up. So do it.
there. 1, 2, 3. Alright.
3 wounds.
Definitive progress.
Okay.
Alright, and 12 shots on the Vespids. 6 Necrons on the
What are you
Vespids.
picking on the Vespids for?
They took out a bunch of those scarabs. They like their little buddies. They like swarming around every now and then.
Okay.
Alright, so anyway, on the Vespids. Oops. Okay, well that's not too bad. Still 9 hits. Wound on 3s or 4s?
Toughness 4.
Okay, 4s. Ouch.
3.
3 at -1.
Cover makes it non-negotiable. And 2.
Okay.
You've killed them in like 1s and 2s this whole game.
Oh no. Making me mad.
Next. Where will we at?
4 minutes.
We'll be back in a minute after he finishes shooting his other guys. Shooting phase, the Riptide is down to 3 wounds. We lost 2 Vespids. We lost that front rank of Fire Warriors. For charges, the Scarabs are charging the, I guess, the cadre and those guys behind it. And those Necrons are charging the Vespids. So, why aren't you turning? Let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5 Vespids. And 2 6s. 1 wound, -2.
Alright, 6 up. Alright, 1's down.
Alright, roll your charge, sir.
6. So yeah, they made it.
Yeah, you're in. Alright, and you're charging the cadre.
Multi-charge.
At half distance. Overwatching on 5.
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately.
Oh, man.
But I see a lot of 4s.
Not as many as you think. That's a lot of hits. Moving on 3s.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12 saves.
Ouch.
They were on. Hold on a second. Well, my last 3 contracts. 12, 14. They were on fire for Overwatch.
I'm gonna do their 12 first, since I got 12 of these red dice.
Okay.
I think this might be the end of my deal. Oh, well, no, but yeah, it is.
All gone?
They are gone. They did not make it.
Alrighty, we're going to be back at the end of the fighting phase because we're getting a little long in the video here. And we'll see if the Necron Warriors can finish off the Vespids. Okay, so at the end of the fight phase, nobody died.
Yeah.
Nobody died. We'll be back in a minute to finish out the shooting phase. And we're going to see how this goes. Hopefully we can do some damage and kill some stuff. Okay, so for the shooting, for the movement phase, the commander hopped out of the building, the Vespids fell back, the crisis suits stayed still. Everybody over here backed up a little bit. Kind of a reason I had to do that. For one of my stratagems, I have to kill something and I got to be in my deployment zone to do it. So they all backed up to get inside my deployment zone. And the guys that were in the building over here piled out into the hall, between the buildings, and Shadow Sun ran off over there. So for the shooting phase, start this off really quick and really fast because I said my videos getting a little long, and when my videos get long, the computer just doesn't like it. Alright, 5 of them in your death marks from the Vested. Are they toughness 4?
Yep.
4 at -2.
Okay. 5 up.
Oh! We're going to have one of those turns. You can tell already.
Why couldn't I roll that for my reanimation? Jeez.
Crisis suits into your death marks. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you got all
3 at -4.
Okay. 3 down.
Alright. Damn it. There's 1 left, huh?
2.
Oh, there's 2 left?
There's all 5 still on board. Pick out 3.
I need to draw them dice. What? Ain't making the same mistake I made last turn. Burst cannon into death marks. Missiles into the warriors behind. Five at -1.
Alright, 4.
They did.
David in.
Make sure they did. Oh. Missiles. Oh, well, if that would have carried over, now they're going to give me 3 hits. 1 wound. See, that's right. It's normal safe.
Okay, 1 down.
Alright, so death marks are gone. 3 fusion cannons into your warlord. Hitting on 2s. All 3 hit. Strength 8.
3. Toughness is 5. So.
All 3 wound.
4 up. Ouch.
Alright, so he is definitely within half range.
Yeah, he's dead.
2. 4. 6.
4 total? Okay, 6.
6 total. Okay. We will be back in a minute after the rest of the shooting phase because I got a whole lot of fireworks to shoot at a little bit of the Necrons over there in the corner. And we'll be back in a second. Cleaned up a little bit over there. We took out the Death Marks, we took out the Warlord, and we cleaned house over here. We took out the Warriors, and Shadow Sun melted the Cryptek. So, and then a couple of these guys got some shots off over there, and managed to take out 3.
2.
2. Take out 2, sorry. And that's going to end Tau turn 4 or 3? What turn are we on?
4.
4. And what did we score? I control 3 objective markers, so I get to D3 for supremacy. And that's a 2, so that's just a 1. Score 1 victory point if 1 or more enemy units were slain by a unit from your army that is in your deployment zone. We did that. For the patient hunter. And no prisoners. If between 3 and 5 enemy units were destroyed. 1, 2, 3, 4. We killed 4. Darn. We need 2 more. D3 victory points. And that's a 3. Another 3. So that's 3, another 5 points. Okie dokie, that does it for that battle round. We'll be back in a minute after Necrons do their reanimations and see if they can kill something. The Necron horde has moved towards the Riptide. He reanimated a bunch of guys over there, and they're sitting over there, and they're about to start shooting. Horrendous amounts of shots at everything they can shoot in range.
I'll start with them. They're basically splitting fire. 5 on the Vespids, 5 on the drones.
5 on the drones. He's going for the drones.
So it'll be 10 shots and
trying to
10
keep him
shots.
from keeping the Riptide alive.
So, first the Vespids.
Okay.
I want to move this.
Go right ahead. It's not going to play a factor in the rest of this game. Terrain can be moved because it's right down to right here.
Alright, so 10 hits, or 8 hits, I mean.
On the Vespids?
On the Vespids.
Okay.
4s.
Ew.
5 hits at -1.
Okay, 5.
And the unit wouldn't get cover since half of it's off.
Well, the first 3 will. If I pull from outside, they would get covered. They wouldn't get covered. So
Okay.
3 at 5. Okay, 1 lived, 2 died.
Okay, so 2 more.
2 more.
And then actually,
Okay, the one outside is dead. These will be at 4s. And 1 inside. The only thing that is left is the leader. The strain leader lives.
Okay. And then 10 on the drone.
10 on the drones. Ooh.
Only 4.
They feel the pain of what is coming.
But 2 at -1.
Alright, 2 4-ups. Both saved.
Okay.
They said no. Everything on the Riptide.
Yep. I'm gonna roll
I
this
wouldn't
twice.
do that.
Huh?
The Riptide's only got 2 wounds left.
Okay, so 6 on the Riptide.
No, I'm not going to tell you what to do. Because you saw what I did when I tried to get creative with my shooting a minute ago.
I think I would split it though. 6 on the Riptide, so 12 shots on the Riptide. Hopefully at least 2 wounds will go through. And then 5 or 10 shots on the drone.
Alright.
Alright, so on the Riptide.
couldn't you
Ah,
got
that's
that?
not too bad. That's 9.
Why couldn't you got that in the middle? A fast wound.
1, 2, 3. Just 3. But it was on the gun, so it's what? -1, so 4 up?
3 up.
3 up. Oh, it's got a 2 base. Yeah. Keep forgetting that. Ooh!
2.
Alright. So
He's gone.
Alright.
Because I didn't try and shuck them off on the drones, I just took them.
No.
Took them to the face!
10 shots on the drones. 8 hits. 6 wounds at -1.
4. 6 4-ups. And 3 5-ups. 1.
That's your turn. Okay, and he's out of range. So, Staff of Light on the drones.
Oh.
2 hits. 1 wound at -2.
May save. 4 pinball.
Okay. Alright then.
Big huge drone. It's a 4-up pinball.
So, just because I'm kind of peevish, I'm going to charge that Vespid.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
And I can surround him.
Okay.
So,
Just go ahead and roll some attacks. He's gonna die. Probably if he didn't die, he'd run away anyway.
yeah. That really sucks. 5 ones. But still 4 hits though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! Charge. Face. No power. Okay, so. Still 4 misses. So 6 hits. 5 wounds.
He did.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, so I did not accomplish the strike rank and file, and I did not get the moment of bloodshed.
Okay.
Because I only took 2 units out.
Alright, so just to see if I can get my last one, or do you want to call it here?
I'd rather just call it. It's already after midnight.
Okay, we're gonna call it here. I needed 6 more models to get my last one, but I think I've gotten the primary, the secondary, and 3 of my bonus. I would have probably got the 4th bonus.
I would say it's very, very likely.
Was a good fight though, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you know, yeah, steadily stuff was coming off the field, but it took. But the Warriors, two Warriors were almost at full strength. So
I've got 14 points right now, and I think pretty much we can say I've probably got more points killed off the battlefield than you.
yeah.
So that would have given me primary, secondary, and 3 of my bonus objectives.
Which would have given you that overall. So.
Yeah. I hope everybody likes this battle report. Like I said, it was a little different than what we normally run. But, like I said, I think this is the way our tournament's going to go at the next tournament. He was talking about using the Maelstrom cards. And it was an interesting list idea I ran. And we'll see y'all next week for another battle report.